All right, here we go, Andrew. Joe Musgrove on the mound today, and he was about to go 0-3. Gave up a hit right there. Nice hitting by Eddie Rosario, makes it a 1-0 game. And then Musgrove had all kinds of problems early in this game, gave up 4 runs in the first couple of innings. Later, it's Miguel Sano. He gets it by Phillip Evans at third. This drives in a run, makes it a 2-0 game. Pirates had some chances here. They had bases loaded, 1 out against Joe Barrios, and it's Gerard Dyson strikes out. John Ryan Murphy strikes out. They strand the bases loaded. And then after that, it's Nelson Cruz, who had the walk-off last night in the 9th inning. Boy, the guy's still going strong at age 43 for 4 today. That makes it a 4-0 game. Then it became 5 and could have been 6. The only good play here on this day that I'll remember is Brian Reynolds again. Andrew in left field makes another beautiful throw, leads all major league outfielders in assists. But then a drone came in, and that stopped play, and we've never seen a drone.
This was the highlight of the game right here.
Yeah, it is. You know, 9-minute delay for a drone. And as Gene Collier, I said at 6 o'clock, summed it up beautifully. He said the Pirate season drones on. So on that note, let's go to the phone lines,
Yes,
Andrew.
it does.
And we'll begin with Mike in Oakland. Hey, Mike, how you doing tonight?
Hi, Mike.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Good.
So listen, I'm going to talk about the Pirates. That seems to be fresh in my mind. I want to bring up 2 points. I'll let you guys discuss it.
Okay.
First, I'm going to bring up Josh Bell. I was one of the people that was against trying to sign this guy long term. I felt like the 6 weeks that he was amazing didn't make up for his year before and obviously what's been going on after in terms of his bad hitting. I don't think he's a good hitter. He's obviously not a good first baseman. And I think, mark this call, I think within a couple of years he's going to be out of the league like Pedro. I really think Pedro was a one-hit wonder, 30 home runs, 100 RBIs, and within 2 years he couldn't throw to first base. Pirates didn't want him anymore, and I think he's going to regret not signing a long-term deal with the Pirates. And the second thing is, I just want to say about the state of the team and the organization. The farm system is pretty much barren, save maybe a couple guys like Brian Hayes, and who knows what we have. But basically, guys, Bob Nutting needs to supplement the team until the farm system can be rebuilt.
He's not going to do that.
Do it. Yeah, but he has to spend a little bit.
He's not going to do it. We've seen it.
Well,
it's not going to change. But thanks, Mike. That was a very good call.
Yeah, it was. But the part about it was entertaining. But what was factually inaccurate about that call for me, Bob, is that it's not like the Pirates dodged a bullet. Like they were ready to go and give Josh Bell a big long-term deal, and he said no, thank you. They have never been close on a long-term deal. You got Scott Boras, who's representing Bell after, what, a 37-home-run season? He's trying to get the guy to free agency ASAP, and there's no way this regime was going to come in here and sign Josh Bell to like a $100 million contract extension. No way.
No, they're not, and they've proven that. And until they do, you don't have any proof to sit here and say that they're going to do it, because they're not going to do it. And quite frankly, this payroll, I don't even know what it is this year, Andrew, but it's probably the lowest we've seen around here, maybe since the Freak Show in '97, at least, you know, based on other teams in the league. So. And at this point, there's no reason to. A lot of people think the Pirates are deliberately doing what they're doing. But if that were the case, then why is Dyson out there a lot? Why is Herrera out there a lot? And to be honest, Phillip Evans is not exactly a young phenom, is he?
No.
So what are they doing? It's a mix matches everything.
Well, yeah, Evans played all of 2019 at AAA. Yeah, Bob. I mean, But here's the thing about tanking. You can make that argument because there is nothing about this team in terms of how they prepared for 2020 that would lead you to believe that they wanted to win. So if they don't want to win, what is the opposite of that, Bob? It's losing. This team was built to lose, and they're managing games to lose too. I'm sorry. You're bringing in your worst relief pitchers in critical situations. As you point out, you're playing your bench guys. The players on the field are not deliberately booting balls and stuff, but they are not pushing buttons to try to win games. Yeah. That's evident to me.
Well, and it was really evident last night. Miguel DePozo, he's been in there too much. And last night, 3 walks, 3 batters, a wild pitch. You know, I don't know what in the world in high leverage situations, guys like that. You can tell me their guy's injured, whatever. But I don't want to see him anymore, period. And I don't even know why they consistently put guys out there like this. We have Jim in Butler who wants to join us right now. What's up, Jim? How are you?
Hi,
hey,
Bob.
Jim.
Hi, Bob. No real surprise, but Sheldon's in over his head. the guy manages like he's managing a slow-pitch softball team. Even last night, you got, name escapes me right now, in center field.
Cole Tucker.
Never played center field before.
Yeah, but I don't mind that, Jim. If they're going to try to get an evaluation on players, the only way to do that is to play him. He may just pan out to be a super utility kind of guy, and if so, that's fine too, because you can make a career at that.
Okay.
But he's a #1 pick, and they got to play him somewhere. For example, Eric Gonzalez plays over him at shortstop today instead of. I would put Cole Tucker at a lot of places, and I would just ride him and see what he is. And I would do the same with Brian Hayes. I would do the same with Will Craig. I would do the same with anybody who is supposed to be a prospect of this organization.
It's almost like they want to see what they have. Like it's a trial season where they're giving everybody playing time, and then they're just going to evaluate the numbers at the end of the season and go from there. And it's bizarre, Bob, because it's not them just giving reps to guys who you would figure would be part of like their core and their foundation. No, it's the entire roster is playing and almost getting equal playing time. They're sharing it. It's very bizarre.
I have a tweet, and I want to get your quick comment on this, Andrew, because we're up against it a little bit. But this is from Joe, who says, if you guys had to sign either Juju or Cam Hayward and you had to make a pick between those two, Joe says, I'm going younger, and I'm going with Juju Smith-Schuster because of his upside. Do you agree with that?
No, not at all, because the Steelers find wide receivers, and they've only signed a couple to long-term deals. A guy like Hines Ward, for example, and Antonio Brown, and I don't put Juju in that class. And I think Cam Hayward is one of those, he's a blood and guts guy. Yep. He's a workhorse player, and he's the heart and soul of that defense.
Yeah, and he has been for a long time, and regardless of his age, I still think he's got some really good years in him, and he wants to be here, and he does all the right stuff. And quite frankly, you're right. They find wide receivers, but also I think Juju Smith-Schuster is going to cash in eventually because he has too much talent not to. Now it's time for our Tri-State Office Furniture Tweet of the Day, and this comes to us from Phil Jerkovic. Remember him? Pine Richland, went to Notre Dame, didn't get a play there, so he transfers. And today he went on Twitter and says, thank you to everyone in the BC community, Boston College, and the NCAA for granting me the opportunity to play this year. Get in, go Eagles. That's from Phil Jerkovic. We wish him all the best. A good kid. Just, find himself behind Ian Book in Notre Dame, wasn't getting chances to play, so he made the next move. I don't understand why it took so long. Other guys have been granted this really quickly. It took 6 months to get a decision on this. We'll get Andrew's opinion on that and more calls on the way. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. We do it 7 nights a week right here on Pittsburgh CW.